CAIRO. Iranian authorities arrested one of the country's most renowned actresses Saturday on charges of spreading falsehoods about nationwide protests that gripped the country. State media said. The report by IRNA said Taraneh Alidoosti, star of the Oscar-winning movie The Salesman, was detained a week after she made a post on Instagram expressing solidarity with the first man recently executed for crimes allegedly committed during the protests. The announcement is the latest in a series of celebrity arrests that have included footballers, actors, and influencers. In response to their open display of support for anti-government demonstrations now in their third month, according to the report published on the state media's official Telegram channel. Alidoosti was arrested because she did not provide any documents in line with her claims. It said that several other Iranian celebrities had also been summoned by the judiciary body over publishing provocative content, and that some had been arrested. It provided no further details. Celebrities support Iranian protesters. Marion Cotillard, more actors chopped their hair in protest of Iranian Mahsa Amini's death in her post. The 38-year-old actress said, his name was Mohsen Shikari. Every international organization who is watching this bloodshed and not taking action is a disgrace to humanity. Shikari was executed December 9 after being charged by an Iranian court with blocking a street in Tehran and attacking a member of the country's security forces with a machete. In November, Hengameh Ghaziani and Katayan Riahi, two other famous Iranian actresses, were arrested by authorities for expressing solidarity with protesters on social media. Voria Ghafouri, an Iranian soccer player, was also arrested last month for insulting the national soccer team and propagandizing against the government. All three have been released. Since September, Alidoosti has openly expressed solidarity with protesters in at least 3 posts on Instagram. Her account, which had some 8 million followers, has been suspended. World Cup gets political. Iran government supporters confront protesters. Last week, Iran executed a second prisoner, Majid Reza Rahnavard, in connection with the protests. Rahnavard's body was left hanging from a construction crane as a gruesome warning to others. Iranian authorities alleged Rahnavard stabbed 2 members of its paramilitary force. Both Shikari and Rahnavard were executed less than a month after they were charged, underscoring the speed at which Iran now carries out death sentences imposed for alleged crimes related to the demonstrations. Activists say at least a dozen people have been sentenced to death in closed-door hearings. Iran is one of the world's top executioners. Iran has been rocked by protests since the September 16 death of 22-year-old Mahsa Amini, who died after being detained by the morality police. The protests have since morphed into one of the most serious challenges to Iran's theocracy installed by the 1979 Islamic Revolution. Alidoosti had previously criticized the Iranian government and its police force before this year's protests. Iran shutting down morality police could ease hijab rules amid deadly protests. In June 2020, she was given a suspended 5-month prison sentence after she criticized the police on Twitter in 2018 for assaulting a woman who had removed her headscarf. At least 495 people have been killed in the demonstrations amid a harsh security crackdown, according to human rights activists in Iran, a group that has been monitoring the protests since they began. Over 18,200 people have been detained by authorities. Other well-known movies Alidoosti has starred in include The Beautiful City and About Ellie.